myself there because my broadcast temporarily went out for a second.
Well,
So,
that's okay.
Of course, on the 500th episode,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a glitch. That's wonderful. Thank you, Internet. That's all right. We're good.
They just want to test your skills, you
Yeah.
know? They're like, see, you are the best because you know how to fix it when there's a problem.
So we'll have part 1 and part 2 now.
Okay.
That's all right. Yeah. So, well, you're headed over to the Orleans to have a little fun, apparently.
Yeah, I might play my first horse tournament.
You've never played a horse tournament? Wow.
No. You know, though, I am back online when I'm in Mexico. I've started playing FLO8 cash.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to accumulate, you know, rake back and stuff like that when I only have a few tournaments left. So, like, when I'm down to, like, 25 tournaments or something, I'll start loading the cash games to kind of fill up my tables. And it's nice because then, you know, when I only have a couple tournaments, I'm still playing a lot of poker at that point. And it's interesting, though. Learning a new game really makes you think about how you're playing your own main game differently. And I think it really improves it. So.
There you go. Well,
Yeah.
that's fun, too.
Yeah.
Oh, 500 freaking shows.
That is a very big number, Mark.
It's ridiculous.
It is a very big number. I feel very bad that I didn't know until I was here because I would have definitely brought you baked goods.
Oh, that's okay. I'm covered.
You're covered.
You got me hot chocolate,
That's
which
true.
that's like gold in this hallway.
You could buy into the one drop with the hot chocolate, you think?
You could have if that would have been the commodity out here in the hallway. Yeah, I definitely
that
would have been
work.
one drop.
Yeah. That would work for me. They should have tournaments where you buy in chocolate.
Ooh.
And first prize is like a giant chocolate bunny. Easter themed, maybe.
I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, that would be good.
I'd sure get a date out of it if I wanted to. I wonder what all the ladies' tours would say about that. Hey, guess what? I'm starting a new tour. The prizes are chocolate. We'd be in trouble. Oh, look who's here! Humberto! Costa Rica! Woohoo! Ticos! Yes! Now we know what the vuvuzela was in the hallway.
Right. I thought there was a tuba in the Rio, but there is the most ridiculous.
Do you know that is so fitting?
Yeah, that is fitting.
That is fitting.
He's such a nice guy.
He is.
I was in Monaco for a WPT, I guess, final or whatever it was, like in 2007 before I really played because Colin had satellited into it. And I was there, and at the breakfast buffet, Humberto was just down there with his whole family, and they were like, come eat with us. And so, like, we hung out with him. He was so sweet. Like,
he's a great guy.
I think he's good for poker. He's good for poker.
He draped the flag in here the other day. Oh, look who else is here.
Yay!
Oh.
Come on in.
Let's get her in here.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hey guys.
Got to get Jen Shahadi in here. Jen, you know what this is, right? You know what's going on right now.
What's going on?
My 500th show is what's going
Oh my
on.
God, congratulations. Yeah, I did know
Get
that.
in here. Get in
Wow,
here. Get
that's
in
great.
here.
I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Another grindette. Jen Shahadi, everybody. What's up?
I'm on dinner break of the 1K. It's a really fun table, actually. DJK is to my direct left.
Oh, there you go.
Todd Brunson's there.
Oh,
Kathy
really?
Ebert.
Oh, my God. How'd you get on that table in a 1K?
Sounds so fun.
But it is fun. It's fun. And also a lot of them, like DJK has like no chips. So
it's not
like,
as scary.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's amusing though because I did tweet earlier today that this tournament was really soft because all the good players were in the one drop. So
And then you get the table of death.
this is my karmic retribution.
That's
funny.
unbelievable. For a 1K, you got that troop on a table.
And there's one other good player whose name I don't know, but I can tell he's really good. So yeah, it's fun though.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's what you get for shooting your mouth off there, Ritz.
Exactly. it was a joke though. I mean, I was joking.
Tweet karma, everybody. That's how it works. So, while you're here too, I want to thank you for everything you've done for me. I really do appreciate it. You know, but I'm doing grind deck gushing, but you have to understand, just how wonderful these ladies have been to me over the past 3 years, and it really means a lot. So, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being with us all this time, and so many good things have happened to us since.
I know. I feel
we
like
got
we're
on the
growing
show.
up together.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second here because Oh, tell me we didn't have another glitch. Hang on a second.
That's okay.
Continue. Come on, please. This is nuts.
No, I understand. There's always technical problems.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think we're good.
So.
Okay, we're good. We're sort of back. I think it's coming. Bear with us. Anytime, any day. There we
I
go.
guess we should be on like the same level. Like, wait a second. I feel like I'm like all the way up there, and you're like all the way down here.
Get up a little bit. Yeah, we are. Staggered.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Here, I'll get it. God, I'm blocking the road. Come on, anytime. I'm waiting to see responsiveness here. Okay, I think we.
Oh, thank you. Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know what that's doing.
I like to wear T-shirts so that if I want to go outside for a minute and then have like something over it. But today
that's pretty good because it's boat neck, so it's not as like it's not like a crew neck. That's like more.
I know it. It's my tweet deck is interfering for some reason. Hang on a second.
So when did dinner break start?
Just 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have to do another interview, and then I'm probably just gonna grab like
all right,
some
we're good.
soup or something small. So maybe we can hang out. I don't know what you're doing.
Okay. So we got small chat on it too. I think we're good. We're good. Sorry about that, guys. Not sure what was happening there, but God bless the internet. Anyway, so Table of Death. How else is the World Series going on? What's up with you?
Well, it's been really fun. The tournaments haven't been going well, but I've been getting some decent open face action. So, yeah.
You and the open face. I swear to God, it's just like your obsession. You are the crack addict in the female poker world.
Well, I do the videos for One at Once, actually.
Yeah.
So that's really fun. And, they've got this amazing lounge now where, if you're a member, you can eat as many M&Ms as you want.
Oh, that's good.
I mean...
See more chocolate.
Forget like the videos with sauce and everything.
Right, some where you can learn
and
things. Yeah.
That's not what you want. You want those M&Ms.
I have to come up to the lounge. I think Phil would let me in now.
Yeah. Do an interview there or something. It is pretty sweet actually. So, yeah, I'm giving away like all my secrets. But you know what? It's good because whenever I make a video, I have to like study a lot of open face. Like I have to study and think about it. So I think I learn more than I give up.
Yeah, I think that's true too. Because sometimes I hear poker players are like, "Oh, I don't want to make a video because people won't know how I play." And I know like the best studying that I do every month pretty much is when I'm making my poker videos for Drag the Bar and Poker Strategy.
Yeah, because you want to make sure that you're not saying something silly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and anytime you end up teaching, you learn and you're able to actually assess what you're doing, and it does make you think about it. I mean, I coached volleyball for 20 years, and when you're teaching people to do something, you got to make sure you know your stuff.
Right.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to sound like a moron and get in a spot where it's like, oh wait, I don't know. You never want to say I don't know.
Right.
So you have to evaluate what you're doing too, and it's always a help. Always a help to coach. Although
you should, sometimes in poker, especially with like newer games like Open Face, I do think it is important to sometimes say that you don't know, because of course, like even if there are things you don't know, you still know plenty to coach other people, right?
Right.
I think a lot of the best players, like one thing, my brother is such an amazing poker and chess player, and one thing that strikes me about him is his level of uncertainty is always very great. So he's like, he says I don't know a lot actually.
Yeah.
When I ask him about a chess position or a poker hand, he's just like, that's too hard. I don't know.
I do think it makes for a much better video too when it's not perfectly played. That's like in real time. So I try to find videos, where I'm like can be like, this was not well played by me, and here's why. I think that makes for a lot more interesting than just like, wow, look at this tournament where I played perfectly. Isn't this exciting? So.
I like screwing up too. It's kind of fun.
No,
actually,
you never
I
do that. On these
8-hour
marathon sessions?
No,
I'm sure
I've
you
never made a mistake. No. Me? Never. That reminds me too that the longest show that I did was 16 hours with like a 1 hour break in there for
16 hours?
That is crazy.
Do you remember the Epic Poker League?
That
dreaded. I did the third one.
Oh.
And that was the mix max that the 3-handed went like 12 hours.
I remember actually.
So it was Sloppy Claude,
yeah.
Andrew Lichtenberger, and Joe Tehan. And what a pure, unadulterated day of hell that was.
Hockey
it was
for 16
sick.
hours straight.
Yeah.
Most women can't even do that.
I don't know how. You should have seen me. I was so loopy. I was 4 hours from missing my flight. I was worried my flight wasn't catch my flight when I was getting out of there. It was nuts.
I think I would lose my voice before the 16 hours.
I was done. Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, bring me water, bring me water, bring me water. It was and caffeine, and it's pretty sick. God, what was I thinking? I needed help, but then you guys should have come out there. That would have been fun.
I don't know.
Well, you're speechless, Jen. You're kind of like, this is weird. Usually you're like, bam, 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 bam. Right now you're focused.
Yeah, no, I have a lot to say. Yeah.
Like what?
I feel like I said a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just having fun with you.
Well, Jen's got to stay focused because she'll be winning the 1K.
Yes.
And we have a swap, so that's another reason you're going to be winning.
Oh, there you go.
So.
I got some chips. I got like a little over 10K, so I'm feeling good. I actually, this is the first time I went out the night before a tournament, so...
Oh, that's it.
That's good luck. Yes.
That's it. All right.
It's the first tournament I late regged. I late regged like an hour because I was out at Hakkasan until 4 a.m. last night.
Oh, there we go.
So far, and I got plenty of sleep, 4 a.m. to 11.
Yeah.
Got in there, and here we go. Battling with DJK.
Well, you certainly
and
don't.
his 15 big blinds.
That's hilarious.
You certainly don't look tired, so I'm very surprised to hear that you went out for a late night last night.
I can tell she's got the little pause, though. It's there. I can see it.
No,
See, I know her well enough.
Relaxed.
I can see it.
Yeah,
That's
relaxed.
good. That's how you should be. That's the best. I think that's the best way to feel when you're playing a tournament.
Yeah, you need to feel a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's almost like you're floating, especially when you're playing 10-handed.
Yeah.
You got to have that that focus, but also not be too intense. Because you're not going to get to play that many hands if you're playing correctly.
Right.
Yeah.
So how was Hakkasan?
It was fun. I was dancing on the tables,
Really?
I didn't even drink that much. I was just like, I really needed to dance. It's been a long series, and I haven't really gone out much. So we were celebrating Bill Chen's amazing summer.
Yeah. I'm so happy for him.
I know, because he's such a nice guy. And it's great to see him do well.
Yeah, and he's I know he was so happy going to that final table yesterday. It was too bad it didn't work out for him, but 3 final tables.
I know, right?
Wow.
That is
Just like my girl
amazing.
Burberry.
Yeah.
He and the funny thing about Bill is, so I kind of he's been doing so amazing this summer. It's kind of hard to keep up with him. So I have this open face math thing that I have a question about. So I call him at 11 a.m. or something, and he picks up and he talks to me about it for 30 minutes.
Aww.
And then he's like, "Oh yeah, I have a final table to play."
Again, right?
I'm like, geez. Most people would be like, "Yeah, I don't really have time to talk about this right now."
Wow.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy for him. He's easy to root for. Sure.
Very much so. But you ladies are the best to root for. And, I once again, I have to thank you so much for everything you've done for me. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us on. It's so fun to be together.
I
I know.
In person. Yay.
I feel like I'm the 5th grindette, but I'm kind of a grindee. I don't know. I don't know. What
you get the title.
Do I get the title of grind?
Yeah.
No, I can't be a grindette. Grind. What? We need a suffix.
Oof.
Grind-eye?
I like grind-eye.
Grind-eye?
Anything that ends in an I instead of an S, I think is fun.
I'll make it a double I, just for fun.
Sounds good. I like that.
That works. Yeah, but once again, thank you so much. I do appreciate it, and you guys are the best.
Well, thank you so much, Mark.
Hopefully we'll be on again.
Yeah, hopefully we will.
You with the bracelet, and you conquering the Orleans.
Okay, my New Orleans. I'm playing an Orleans horse tournament tonight.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
I think I'm going
What
to
time?
at least. Well, it starts at 7, so.
It's at 7.
Get
so.
in there.
7, yeah.
Yeah, so I let you two go, but thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
Radio hug.
Radio hug.
You're the most awesome. Best. Thank you, girls. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Katie Dozier, Jen Shahadi of the Grindettes. Thanks for stopping
Thanks
by.
again. Bye.
Good luck, you two.
Thank you.
All right, so there you go. And sorry, like I said, we had a couple of little cutouts there, but we're all good. So, we'll do 500 shows in 3 parts. Why not? Good luck, you guys. I'll see you later. They are the best. And make sure you follow them on Grindettes on Twitter, the Grindettes on Facebook, and go to grindettes.com because they are 4 awesome women, and you just got to see it right there. Fantastic. And I got $1 out of it, too. All right, so tell you what, let's take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to continue show number 500. That's right. It's stunning to say it. Show number 500. I'm going to put there it is, 500 going on right now. And, we're probably going to have some other stop-ins here. I think Dennis Phillips is flying around. Will Givens may be stopping by here, too. It should be great. And whoever else we can grab to continue the show. So stick around, everybody, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. 500th show. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll be right back.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out no matter what you're doing when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become 1, one way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final9Comic.
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker felt. So go there now with the promo code HOKE, that's HOKE, for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember Hoke. Now go gear up. Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit BlindSquirrelApparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
It's time to get on board with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour. The PPC caters to amateur players as well as upcoming and touring pros with affordable buy-ins and outstanding structure. The fastest growing poker tournament invades Las Vegas with 2 big tournaments, the Desert Open, June 29th and June 30th at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino, and at the Tampa Bay Downs, July 10th through the 20th, for the North American Championship with $300,000 in guaranteed. You can win your way to the PPC Championship in Aruba, featuring the $200,000 guaranteed main event hosted by PPC Ambassador Joe Surratt. For all the details, visit us at ppcpokertournament.com. Join in the excitement in Las Vegas and around the U.S. with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, and we are back. It is show number 500 for yours truly. I must be insane to do 500 shows, but I got a cool 500 graphic. Do you like that?
I do, yeah. Number 500.
That's pretty sexy. Dutch
Boyd.
Pretty
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, let's get Dutch Boyd on there. Dutch Boyd joining us here, and I'll tell you what, I'm really happy that we're getting
500.
The cool kids. Yeah,
500.
Wow. Do you know how many hours that I've spent doing this darn show?
Let me think. I'm going to guess about 5 hours a show.
There's a few of those in there. There's a couple of them with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
we
had some great late night
say
conversations.
Early on, you didn't really know when to call it quits.
but it was funny. Like I said, you and I a couple of times on the show, just like I remember we had a night with you, me, and Kenneth James.
Yeah.
That was just a blast. I mean, we didn't stop. I think
when we played his song. When we played his song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good night.
That was a great night.
So, memories. Wow. So who's your favorite guest so far that you've had on the show?
Dutch Boyd.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
Who else? Yeah, I mean, but it's been a great time. And Dutch,
you've had Helmuth.
Yeah.
You've had Ivy.
Yeah.
You haven't had Antonio yet.
He stuck his face in the camera the other day.
Oh, then that counts. You've had Antonio.
You count that?
Yeah.
See, I don't count that, but I guess he popped.
Did you have Todd Brunson on the show yet?
I've had Todd on a couple of times.
So then you've had half of Doyle on the show.
Yeah. Pam's been on, so does that make it like 2/3?
I feel like it counts as a whole.
Okay.
Pam plus Todd equals 1 Doyle.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, first, but I want to thank you for your support of the show. I mean, dude, it's been a long ride for both of us.
It has been a really long ride, Mark. I'm going to be honest. When I remember being on your number 100 show.
That's right.
I didn't think you were going to make it that long. 500. 500.
It's
wow.
unreal.
So that's how long?
3 years.
3 years.
3 anniversary comes up on.
I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Well, thank you.
You've shown that you've had sticking power. Now you're actually here in Vegas, and I think that I want to be on the 5,000th show.
Damn.
I think it's going to happen.
Damn, 5,000. Shit.
Yeah, I think so. I think
that's a long way.
20 years. I think. I think it'll be 20 years because I think you'll probably start doing it more often.
That wouldn't be bad. No, I'd enjoy that. Yeah, but it's been a sensational time for you, and then of course, winning a bracelet this year, my friend.
Number 3. I don't think I've been on since we.
No, you haven't actually. So now, on in the air. Congratulations.
Thank you. Number 3. I felt pretty good.
Rock, dude. You killed that table. Just a second.
I feel like it could have gone another way for sure. Will Givens could have taken it down. Paul could have taken it down. But once it got heads up, I was pretty sure I was going to walk away with the gold. It felt good. Felt really good. Not as good as the second. Definitely not as good as the first. I'm just hoping to. I'm getting ready to win that bracelet to rule them all. Right.
Do you know how interesting it would be to the poker world if you won the main event? I mean, because obviously, you're a controversial figure in the game. Look at this over here. You're one of those guys that people either really love you or really hate you. Like, she loves you to death. She absolutely loves you to death. But winning the main event for you would be just unreal, wouldn't it? I mean, it
would be unreal.
What a night.
I don't know what I would do. I might just fly off into the sunset, never come back.
Gonna pull a Pius Hines, huh?
I might.
That'd be all right.
No, I think I'm here to stay too. I don't know. That would like dare to dream, right?
Yeah.
That would be something else. I'm playing good. I feel like I'm in the zone. But
did you ever think the third one was going to come? I mean, if anybody hasn't read the book yet, Poker Tilt, you've got to pick it up. And everybody that has read, and I'm being dead serious here, not just because you're my friend, but everybody that has come to me and has read this book has just been like, wow. Number one, it's a great book, and number two, I didn't know all this stuff about him. This is an incredible story. I mean,
I got a really good review from Doug Lee the other day. He said it was better than I expected.
Yeah, there you go.
Which is like,
well, that's a step up.
A little bit of a backhanded compliment there, but yeah, it has been getting pretty good reviews. Sales have been kind of flat, but they've kind of gotten up since the bracelet win. If you're interested to know how much a bracelet win is worth, 17 copies of a book.
Bang.
It went from like 2 copies, and then take a bracelet down, 17. So that was a pretty nice increase. But
sold 6 here in the booth.
I'm still kind of thinking that maybe writing a book was more trouble than it was worth. Honestly,
I'm
going
to say this.
Just between you and me.
I'm going to say this about it though, is that I really feel like you writing that book may have been a key to you winning this bracelet and coming back and playing so well at this World Series. Because to me, when I read it, I was like, man, he was keeping all this stuff inside, and you got a chance to put it out, put it all out there, write it down, and exercise those demons and talk about everything that's happened to you. I mean, that had to have really been a help.
It did help. I'm going to agree with you on that one. Yeah, writing the book was therapeutic, and I did feel like I got a lot out, and I was able to come in really focused, and be able to really feel like I was putting the past behind me and looking forward. Yeah, if you haven't checked out the book, pokertilt.com, shameless plug.
That's all right. We can do that. But, and one thing I'll ask about, because Michelle is standing here, so I'm going to give you a chance to really score some brownie points.
That's the one person I would like to hear on your show that you haven't had on your show. We've tried.
She's nervous. I don't know why.
One of these days, I'm really hoping to listen to your show, and all of a sudden it's Michelle.
She's a hell of an Omaha player, by the way. From that night we played that little Omaha tournament. Yeah. But how instrumental has her influence been in your life? Because it's one of those things where when you have somebody good in your life to really help you out and take and take you through those tough times and maybe stand up and say, hey, you know what, you're not doing this right. Can really help you out. I mean, and you're laughing. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm just trying to think. If it wasn't for Michelle, where would I be? I'd be dead. I don't know. I mean, yeah, she's definitely helped out. She's definitely made me focused and given me something to play for. Now, instead of just kind of drifting around aimlessly, I actually have goals and a future to play, to work towards. So, yeah, if it wasn't for her, I'd, just be wasting away, stoned out of my mind, and just basically treating the whole World Series like a class reunion instead of an opportunity to build something.
Yeah, and I'm so proud of what you've done this year. And
I'll tell you, Mark,
it's
you
been
see
fantastic.
That you see that a lot when I'm at the table. Even some of the best players, they just don't give this tournament the respect it really deserves. The whole series, they come in here, they dick around on their Twitter, play around on their iPad, playing open-faced Chinese with people across the room, and they treat it like it's just one big class reunion, instead of the world championship that it is.
Yeah.
And you really can't afford to lose focus for a moment. You make one mistake, and that's usually all it takes in a tournament.
Yeah.
One bad call, one bad value bet, one bad move, and it's not even just the moves that you make; it's the moves you don't make. How effective are your blind steals going to be if you're nose deep on Twitter?
Right.
It's and you get knocked out, and you think of all the time, of all the ones that you missed, of all the blinds that you didn't steal, of all the times you didn't 3-bet when you should have. So I feel like, that was the key to my success this year was, really just focusing on the table instead of treating this like one big, class reunion, because this is not a vacation.
No, this is the time to step up and get the job done. Yeah. I mean, it makes or breaks careers.
Some people, I'm sure this is a vacation for, right? They come out, they take a week off of their job, and they come out and they play around, have a couple stories to tell. But for the poker players, this is what we waited the whole year for. You get knocked out of the main event, it's a sad day because then you're waiting a whole lot, 10 and a half months until you get another shot at gold and until your year begins. So yeah, I just encourage everyone who might be listening to really make the most of this next week, week and a half, because there's no long term when it comes to the World Series.
Yeah, you bet. Well, it's nice to see you treating it with the respect it deserves, and I hope that people are going to start treating you with the respect that you deserve after what you've done here. I mean, it's been a sensational story, and I hope people will give you the chance and get to know you again for the person you are now. I'm proud of you, and once again, I got to thank you for being a part of the show.
It's my pleasure. Anytime I'm always happy to come on. Yeah. And I'm really happy to see you make it as as great of a show as it is, and make it as far as you have.
Thank you.
There's so many people in poker media just come and go, and I know that you must have really been tempted so many times to throw in the towel. This has not been an easy journey for you, and I'm proud that you've made it this far, and I'm proud that you stuck through it. Okay, thanks, Mark.
Thank you, buddy. See, I knew that was going to happen at some point. You rat. You were the one that did it to me. Son of a gun. Dutch Boyd, everybody. I'm not taking a commercial break. Screw that. Thank you, buddy. Dutch Boyd, everybody. All right. And Dennis Phillips is hanging out over on the far side. Dennis is around. We got the Deej guys over here, too. I mean, we got all sorts of people flying around. But Dutch Boyd choked me up. That dirty rat. I swear to God. The 500 shows. Yeah, I got you, Dennis. Come on in. I hope you're not going to make me tear up too, you rat. I'll tell you what. Come in here, buddy. Here's another guy that has been instrumental for this show, coming on many times and certainly didn't have to take the time out, but has always been a great friend to me. Dennis Phillips, good to see you. Welcome to 500, man. Can you believe that?
It's impressive, I have to say. You've done a very, very good job. I did 184 shows, something like that, and you've done almost triple that, so congratulations. Well done.
Am I sick? Is there something wrong with me?
It sounds like you're a poker player or something.
Yeah.
You kind of fit in with us.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So what's going on with you, my friend? How's it going?
Everything's going really well. Lots of exciting things now, lots of changes going on. I think in the next 30 to 60 days, there's going to be a series of announcements going to come out that poker players are going to like. So I can't.
Oh, really?
I am.
You're going to do this to me.
I am. I absolutely am. I know it, and I apologize ahead of time. But life is exciting, and I'm bubbling up, and I can't say a word.
It wouldn't have to do anything with California, would it?
Well, it's
just a hunch.
There's just things going on that are very impressive, and I think that everybody's going to like. Everybody's obviously there's a lot of publicized articles recently about some different legislations, about some different changes in ownerships of companies, about a lot of different things, and I've been lucky enough to be a little bit involved in them and to have a little bit of knowledge of what's going on, and it's looking very good for poker players.
We're of course talking about Poker Stars, by the way, in case you hadn't figured that out. I think we can say that safely, right?
I think you can say that safely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but it is an exciting time here now with the legislation coming up in California. Poker Stars looks like they're on their way to getting licensed in New Jersey. It would appear to me.
Yeah.
I think it's looking like a safe bet because all of a sudden that tune changed real quick. I mean, that was like listening to a creaky violin that's now turned into a symphony the way those guys are going out there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, a lot of major changes, of course. A lot of it's public already. More information will be forthcoming, of course. And it's a positive thing. I have mixed feelings here, I have to admit. I've been involved with Poker Stars for a number of years. I do know the owners of it, the Schomburg family. They are just tremendous people. That's all there is to it. Mark and Isai have had the poker players back time and time again. I mean, one of the simple philosophies of that company is it good for poker players? They ask that question before they go ahead and move forward. And they've done so many things and done it so right. And a lot of that came to light after Black Friday when you saw how they handled their player deposits in the way you're supposed to. How they just did so many things right. that I was really good to do that. So the passing of the guard, it might be a necessary thing. I mean, Isai has worked hard on that for 15 years. He deserves to be able to relax and coop a little bit of the benefits from a very, very, very successful company. So I know there's positive, there's negatives. I hate to see him not being involved with the poker players because he's done so much so good for him over the years.
Yeah.
So I have a little bit of mixed feelings on it, I have to admit. And he's a personal friend of mine and just one of the greatest guys you'll ever meet.
Well, maybe sometime he'll be back in the mix.
Yeah, very, very possible. He also plays poker. So,
that's true.
In fact, I could tell you an interesting story if you want one time.
Sure.
Down in the PCA, which was the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure they have in the Bahamas every January. And Isai would go down there and cruise around, and he didn't like the spotlight or anything, so he could actually walk through the halls down there and walk through the room without being known. Well, the sit-and-goes they have down there, Greg Raymer was sitting at a table and was trying to wave him over because they needed another person to sit down, and he finally talked Isai into sitting down at a sit-and-go at the PCA to play, right? Mm-hmm. The problem was Isai didn't have any money on him.
Oh, God.
Greg had to loan him the $500 or $300, whatever it was, for that particular seat.
Wow!
So that he could play. I thought that was so great.
I hope Greg got a 6-month extension on the contract for that. That's only fair. You got to bail out the boss. You get an extension.
But that was just so awesome. When Greg told me that, I just got such a kick out of it. And then I had to, of course, tease Isai a little bit about it. But he's just a really good guy. He loves to play poker. He's had our back for years. He's helped us out in so many ways that people will never know. Some of them came to light after Black Friday when they actually started to see how he ran his company. And what so many people don't realize, I mean, he has dedicated himself to making sure that it's fair for all the players. 20% of the employees in PokerStars are involved with security. I mean, just to make sure that you can feel safe and comfortable and know that everything is being done that can possibly be done to keep that a site that you can rely on. So anyhow, I'll get off my little step box now or whatever, but
That's all right.
I really wanted to say that because I have such strong feelings for that family and what they've done for poker.
Yep. And of course, well, right now going on the one drop, you were in there watching a little bit of what is honestly we've been running guest after guest. What's going on in there right now? Anything interesting?
It's sort of interesting, but the problem is the table's set up, and I was up there in the stands with some of the guys. You can't see the flops, you can't see the old cards, you don't know what's going on, and unless there's a major hand and people suddenly stand up, you're just up there, having fun. Mm-hmm. But you can't see a whole lot going on. It'll get a lot more interesting as they narrow down the field. There's already a few people getting a little short in there. Some people that have chipped down considerably. Some that have chipped up, obviously, and we've already had our first casualty.
Yeah, so. That is pretty sick. David Einhorn, of course, finished third in this tournament last year and gets whacked on the second level. I mean, to maybe some of you guys, obviously you still appreciate money, too, as being a businessman, but to the average poker player out there, when they hear you got to play for, an hour plus and lost $1 million, I mean, that just sounds so ridiculous when you think about it, doesn't it?
It does. And I do think he could have slowed down a little bit, I'll have to admit, but he did flop a monster. And you have to remember who he was playing against. This is a gentleman who will play any two cards because he knows that the vast majority of the time he can outplay his opponent after the flop. Mm-hmm. He's that good. So you have to be wary of it. And, I know we flopped top set. I know that it was a mixed board and there was only one possible straight. And why would anybody in the world stay in with a 4-5, right?
Yeah.
Remember who you're playing. Mm. And there's no reason that he had to go back and forth and get all his chips in there.
I think one thing and we just had Dutch Boyd on, but I remember when Dutch made a final table at the Epic Poker League. God forbid the second time I brought that up. But I remember Dutch said, started over betting the pre-flop because he was just like, you know what? I don't feel like right now I'm the best player at this table, so I'm going to over bet a little bit. If they're going to play, they're going to pay, and I'm going to try and get them out of the hands pre-flop. And is that something that maybe you would advise some of these guys in here that aren't the Sam Trickett's or the Antonio Esfandiaris of the world to try and negate that advantage? As it's going deeper, the more you go deeper in that hand, the worse off you're going to be. The odds are you're going to lose.
Yeah, I mean, if you honestly feel that for whatever reason, either that day or that you have players that are playing better than you at the table, you have to find a way to negate that. You have to find some counter to it. If it's a cash game, your counter to it is get the heck out of there. Mm-hmm. But in a tournament where you don't have that option, you either slow down, try to survive the day, try to survive the table, or you take something different. And he's got a very valid point. Perhaps by suddenly pulling a Jerry Yang and doing a 5-bet preflop that nobody's expecting, all of a sudden they're going to have a hard time reading you. Mm-hmm. All the time, changing your mode of play. If you're known for playing tight and conservative like Harrington does or something like that, and all of a sudden he starts 3-betting every other hand, people are going to sit back here, and it's going to take them a while to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
So if you have a problem, if you feel you're being outplayed, confuse the table a little bit. Nothing wrong with that at all.
That's the beauty of poker. Is
oh
that
gosh,
so many people think that there's people out there that say, well, this is the way you have to do it. You take out the math book and this is the way you go. But it's the artistry of the game that makes it so special that you can take so many different routes to get to the same place.
There is a certain mathematics that does apply itself, and you need to be aware of that mathematics when you're trying to decide whether you should call an all-in and what your table odds are and what hand you can put the other guy on and such. There is a mathematics to it, but it's definitely not all mathematics. And the guys that sit there and say, well, you have to make that call because you have 6-to-1 odds. No, you don't. Mm-hmm. This is a tournament. You can't rebuy chips. These are very valuable commodity. If you know you're beat, you're beat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that simple. So, I love the mathematics. I use the mathematics in the way I play, but I'm not tied down to them, and I don't think anybody should be. I 100% agree with you that anybody that is so statistically oriented that they play the mathematics every time, I want them at my table.
Yep, I agree. And I think a lot of people like having you at the table too. I mean, not because they know they can beat you, not because they can beat you, but because of the tremendous respect that I think people have for you. Since you came on the scene, I think and saying this as a friend, not only do you have the incredible talent that you've got, but it's obvious when seeing what happened at your final table with so many people supporting you, and the people that are around you now, that you're just a class act, and you've certainly proven that to me over the past few years. Well, and I want to thank you for being a part of my show and taking the time out, because you sure didn't have to do it.
Anytime, that's not a problem at all. And I was very, very lucky. I was raised with some tremendous parents. Born and raised on a farm in the middle of the U.S., and all the values and such that they instilled with me. I wish I could take full credit for them, but I think it was my upbringing. I think it was my parents. I think it's my family now that support me so well. So I was very blessed that way, and I like to try and pass that on to other people if I can.
Well, you do a good job.
All right, well, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're the man, and I have so much respect for you. And once again, thank you so much.
Anytime.
For everything, man.
I'll be here for the 600s and 700s too. Okay.
There you go.
All righty, cool.
Well, let's get you back to that main event final table and take it this time, right?
I just want to finish 2 positions higher than the last time.
That's
I was
good
at the
enough.
Table. I'm happy with that. I'm not greedy.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Well, thank you for stopping over, Dennis. Appreciate it.
All right, you take care.
You got it. Dennis Phillips, everybody. Stopping by. Of course, one of the class acts in the game, and always a pleasure to have Dennis on the show as well. Wow. The trip down memory lane continues. This has just been something else tonight. 500 shows. And Flippy Fair in the chat box saying congratulations. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I know we got some Twitter love out there too, and very much appreciative of all the support over the past, almost 3 years. Of course, I get to celebrate 3-year anniversary on Saturday too, so that's not bad. We should have spread some shows out and timed that out. It was pretty cool. But thanks to Dennis to stopping by there. We got some new guys coming in here in just a little bit too. Can it's ironic that we're going to have a new sponsor here on the show. We just started working with the World Series of Fighting earlier in the World Series, and now we're going to have Deej Sportswear coming in here as well. But I have to take a second and thank a lot of. I mean, there have been a lot of companies, and some have stayed, some have not. But without a lot of their support, and this show wouldn't have gone on. And I can, aside from the guys that are with us now, I can think back to companies like Pro Poker Gear, Grinder Gear, who were one of the ones that really got on with us at early in this thing. Man, and of course, we have Off Tilt Poker Tables, who's been with us from the absolute beginning of this. Thanks to the Deep Stacks team, who was kind enough to take me out to some events. Borgata, Ray Stefanelli, who's now down at Seminole, and hopefully we're going to be headed down there as well pretty soon. And all the casinos that have hosted us. I mean, it's been unbelievable to get out there, and of course, had our first World Series, pretty quickly. I mean, we were out here for 3 weeks 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, and now this is our third World Series here at the show, and it has just been amazing what has gone on there. Of course, I want to thank the current sponsors of the show. I think it's important to do with the Players Poker Championship. Of course, they have an event going on right now, and they'll be there again tomorrow at the Strat. So make sure you check out the Stratosphere Desert Open coming up at ppcpokertour.com. Final Night Comic, they've been great. Arctic Blue has been fantastic. Run Good Gear has been on and off with us here for a while. And I also throw out the 3Bet, too. They've been supportive of the show. Blind Squirrel Apparel has been with us for a couple of years. Double Digit Covers, a new one here in Las Vegas. Team Poker Joker came on about 8 or 9 months ago, and want to thank them for that. Working with Global Poker Index and John Freeberg, Poker Atlas, and All Vegas Poker have been a great supporter of the show. The Nevada Poker League guys have been fantastic. We've got Las Vegas Advisor, the Grindettes, GPI, and like I said, the list could go on and on with companies that have and entities that have worked with us in the past, I really do appreciate it. You guys have been terrific, and looking forward to continuing old relationships and building new ones. Maybe bringing some back, whatever works. But thank you all so much for being a part of the show. It's greatly appreciated here on show number 500. That's right, 500. There it is. Look at that. I love that little 500 graphic. It's so beautiful. It covers up my face, which probably a lot of you out there are appreciative of. But very nice. 500 shows. All right, let's take a break. And, we'll probably hear from the Deej guys. And then we're also going to talk One Drop. We've got and of course all the other tournaments going. We do have a bracelet winner and so on. So let's step back, take one more break, and we come back. We'll take a look at what's going on in the World Series, see who else is going to stop by. Maybe we'll drag the show out a little longer, so it should be fun. So stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo, or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker fell. So go there now with a promo code HOKE, that's HOKE, for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember HOKE. Now go gear up.
When it comes to custom poker tables, why would you buy something someone else designed and even named for their sales or marketing purposes?
The Nighthawk, the Gambler, the Big Slick, the Nuts.
Sure, you can customize it if you want, as long as you choose between black, red, or even green cloth, but that's about it. When you choose to play Off Tilt, it's not just another table, it's your table. The same price gets you a fully custom designed table that reflects your style and game. Off Tilt makes it easy to design a truly one-of-a-kind custom poker table that'll give you home table advantage. Sure, Off Tilt could name their tables for marketing purposes, but why? It's not ours. We don't play on it. And to be honest, there are over 1,000 named Off Tilt tables worldwide, including the WSOP, the Deep Stacks Poker Tour, the Jonathan Papelbon, as well as Julie's, Chris's, Scott's, Amber's, Tristan's, just to name a few. So let us add your name to the list and deliver a truly custom-crafted, furniture-quality poker table worthy of your game. Visit www.offtiltpokertables.com or call Brian Knott today at 262-490-3812. We'll show you why Off Tilt is the only way to play.
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dosena's All-Star Sports Handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at doubledigitcovers.com. Stop guessing and start winning today at doubledigitcovers.com.
Call now for today's free winner. 1-855-489-2700. That's 1-855-489-2700.
At Team Poker Joker, we build innovative, high-performance, poker-focused apparel designed to keep you cool and calm in tough situations. Wait, no we don't. We've just got a cool brand representing the suits of this beautiful game called poker. Our gear won't make you better, but it will keep a smile on your face. So don't be so serious and show you know how to have fun. Get your Poker Joker gear today at TeamPokerJoker.com. Grin and win today at TeamPokerJoker.com.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become one way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final 9 Comic.
No.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out no matter what you're doing when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHopeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
It's time to get on board with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour. The PPC caters to amateur players as well as upcoming and touring pros with affordable buy-ins and outstanding structure. The fastest growing poker tournament invades Las Vegas with 2 big tournaments, the Desert Open, June 29th and June 30th at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino, and at the Tampa Bay Downs, July 10th through the 20th for the North American Championship with $300,000 in guaranteed. You can win your way to the PPC Championship in Aruba, featuring the $200,000 guaranteed main event hosted by PPC Ambassador Joe Surratt. For all the details, visit us at ppcpokertournament.com. Join in the excitement in Las Vegas and around the U.S. with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour.
I don't think I've ever Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back live here on the Mark Hoke Show. Number 500! Sarah Grant is just like, oh my God! Sarah's here too. Look at this. Nick, you lucked out. Congratulations. We'll all slide over here a little bit. We'll get everybody in. We got a microphone there for all of you. See, look, I got you a hunk.
I'm not even messing around here. I'm getting all up in.
This is awesome. Oh, the craziness that happens on this show. Sarah, you've seen it. It's insane, isn't it?
I can only imagine being out here in the halls, the kind of shenanigans that you scoop from all these passers-by. There's a lot of action today.
Yeah, it's been fun. The last few days have been good.
Do people ever come in and kind of do like a bombing, like a radio bomb?
Oh my God, I've had people buy stuff and put their faces in here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I actually almost every time I walk by, I want to put my hand in front and just do like a.
Well, you know what you did the other day, early in the World Series, by the way. You
What
do
did
know,
I do?
right? When you leaned in front of the camera.
Nipple.
No, you didn't. You didn't quite get there.
But close.
But people were rooting.
Oh, man. It's really close, guys. It could definitely happen today. That's for sure. Have you ever heard of nipple covers?
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like
I wear
Band-Aids.
them. Yeah.
It's like Band-Aids for your nipples. It's so crazy.
Slide
I've
in
only
here. Just slide in a little bit more.
recently discovered them, and apparently all these other girls knew about them a long time ago, but I just like to let them be free. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I just like to let them go.
And
Free
you know
nipples.
what? And you know what? We appreciate that.
Yeah, I can tell. There's a little Twitter feed going on right now about it.
Oh my God, Sarah Graham from Poker News, and I tell you what, I have to thank you guys, you and the team at Poker News. I mean, you and Chad and everybody in there have been such an integral part of my show. I mean, I'll tell you what, I could never have done this without you guys.
Chad's a boss.
I mean, you have no idea. I mean, just all the information first, but also, of course, you guys coming on the show all the time and being a part of it, and I love you guys so much. You have no idea.
I will say Chad is amazing. I actually think Chad should also have a show. The Chad Show.
I keep telling him, move out here.
Yeah, I keep telling him that too.
Me, boom. That's gold, right?
Yeah, I keep telling him it too. But I can see there's a lot of good things about Wisconsin, like the Great Lakes. I actually love
cold.
Wisconsin. I'm a freak. I think Wisconsin is way underrated, probably the
I
most
agree.
underrated state, because everyone just assumes that it's, I don't know, just cows, and there are cows, and there are deep fried cheese curds, there is a lot of football, but there's a lot. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful place, and people like to just drink beer and hang out, and that's. I hope to end up in the Midwest eventually.
Go to North. I'm telling you, Fargo is the place to go.
Is there a big poker scene up there too?
Oh
I
yeah.
think so.
Really?
Oh, a ton of casinos up there.
Poker
Yeah.
scene. Okay.
It's also Cowboys. Everybody, Cowboys love poker. I think.
That's true. Well, yeah.
That's the thing.
Where did it start?
Yeah, that's the beginning.
Yeah. It's all right.
Cowboys and cowgirls.
We love the cowgirls.
Yeah, me too. I just went shooting yesterday. I like to get my work in.
By the way, I also need to introduce this gentleman because I hate to have him sitting here on camera. And,
Oh, it's not no problem.
Nicole and
Hanging out.
Deej
Poker.
New,
Poker, Mark.
who's going to be working with us here at the World Series and maybe beyond. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, literally today.
Deej, as in Degen?
Yes.
Deej as in Degen.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like
See,
it.
yeah.
I like
She's got it.
I
Yeah.
went there. I just leapt right there. I used
Well,
all
it's
those.
up in North Cal. That's what everybody's saying. So we figured we've been saying it for probably years now. So we figured, hey, we can take a shot at it and do something kind of cool and different and a little funny at the same time. And there's other companies out there. So we're just throwing our hat in there with a couple more ideas.
Mix it up, guys.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever find this where you use your poker terms in real life and then people don't know what you're talking
Exactly.
about? Like you say,
Yeah.
you're totally degenning, and then people are like,
What?
Who are you?
Seriously.
That's the nuts. What? What is the nuts?
Why are you talking about my testicles?
Yeah.
That's usually what I get.
Exactly.
For
you
sure.
guys could have a crossover market though, then maybe for people who don't even really know what that means.
Absolutely.
But it
yeah.
still just looks cool.
Yeah. Yep, gonna be Deej poker, and it is kind of funny because a lot of people are like, "Is that Deeg? What's a Deeg?"
Yeah,
and then poker players automatically they go, "Does that say Deej?"
You're like, yes.
Yeah, there's just funny because there's so many different ways to spell it. So
Yeah.
we it's kind of our own variation.
And
so.
isn't there I feel like there's a word for this, and I'm probably wrong, but where it's, like if you flip it backward, it's like almost like an anagram, but a little bit different, because D and G are basically the same.
Yeah.
They're just flipped around.
This is a punch through
Yeah.
the middle
Exactly.
of the.
It's clever.
It's nice for the wristbands too, because that way you're always like, "Oh, by the way." You can,
Yeah, either way,
get some of
flip
those.
it over.
Sarah, you want a wristband?
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
Get her a wristband. Are you kidding me?
Fashion.
Because if Sarah
I'm a
Grant's
fashion
wearing a
icon.
wristband, you guys are going to sell like
Yeah.
crazy.
Definitely.
Exactly. Here, and we go too. Maybe I'll give someone to someone.
For sure.
That's what.
Yeah, we're gonna be here all week, so we actually just launched the site 2 days ago. So
wow,
check
awesome.
out Deej Poker for sure, and
Any problems so far?
not really. Our only big thing right now is that we're kind of waiting because obviously all the partners are out here that started it. So as far as promoting and stuff like that, social networking, we're kind of waiting on that because obviously we're out here in Vegas playing because we're all players, of course. So we're out here playing,
It's a busy time of year.
we don't want to get a couple hundred orders on the website and get everybody all excited and then not be there to ship. So we're kind of just doing kind of a soft launch now, and then when we get back home, we start hitting it harder with everything else. So check us out on Facebook and Twitter. I mean, like I said, we're brand new and we're trying to keep it low key right now, but come a couple more weeks, it's going to be blowing up like crazy.
You're working with me on my show. I hope you realize it's going to get blown up.
Oh, absolutely.
You're screwed.
Are
I
these
mean,
them too?
that's a Team Poker Joker hat.
Because this really reminds me of SoCal, right? Or NoCal. Is that what that is?
NorCal.
With like a flat thing hat. Isn't that a California thing?
It is.
Are you guys gonna have
There's a lot of bros with the. I'm not a big hat guy. We do have hats though.
Neither.
We have some. Yeah.
It's not good
I
for
just
my
have
hair.
a funny shaped head. I don't know. It's just that it just doesn't work out for me very well.
But
I
if
try.
you're gonna represent
Well,
California.
these guys make fun of me too. Every time I put the hat on there, I'm like, I want to wear a Deej poker hat, but of course it's. I don't know. It just doesn't
Not
go
cool.
with my head, I guess.
What about sunglasses?
That's something we're looking at as well.
There you go.
Next item on the docket.
I'll so get behind those
Oh, yeah,
sunglasses.
for sure. Some more Ray-Bans with some Deej poker on there too. Yeah,
Poker's
we have a
all
lot
about
of
hats and glasses.
It is.
And hoodies.
You know, Sarah, it's too bad you're taken because you two are kind of a cute couple. You know that?
Well, let's be honest
Almost
though.
taller than me.
I was gonna say, I'm like
I'm
the
6'1".
problem I run into. I'm a very tall woman. I'm 5'10", so as long as I didn't wear super tall shoes. But yeah, I'm not a small woman. It's serious.
You know my wife's 5'11", right?
Shut your face.
Wow.
Haven't you met my wife?
No.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
5'11".
Yeah.
I wanted to be 6 foot so bad, and they told me, they can like do these measurements. What up, Mace? Where they tell you how tall you're gonna be. They told me I was gonna be 6 foot, so my whole life I was totally ready for it, and then they were completely wrong. Doctors, what do they know?
Damn doctors.
That's a tease.
idiots.
That's a tease. You're going to be 6 feet tall, and then
Yeah.
you come up too short.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling everyone in 2nd grade, I'm gonna be a supermodel. Nope. No chance. Yeah, they just tell everyone so their moms like bring them back. That guy's awesome.
Sarah, you a supermodel to me. You
No,
know that. Look,
definitely not.
look. I'm gonna say this
far as
just
women
very
poker
honestly.
players go,
There are many women in the poker world.
Not that many. Let's
But
be honest.
but
It's a
when
small thing.
but when you come into a building, you just are. I mean, because you're a great person, but man, you look so beautiful every day, and it's,
I could take that all day, pretty much. If you want to just keep dishing that out, I can
Sure.
just take it all day. But it is a fortunate thing I've noticed about this particular. I come from a film background, and in film, it's like you're mostly working with actresses, and they're mostly like 90 pounds, and they're all gorgeous with these like jawlines. You come into a world like poker, and it's just it's really easy to be really cute. It's really nice. It is a welcoming world for women, I feel like, and I am super grateful for that. I definitely think I enjoyed this latter part of my 20s, feeling hotter than I did in my early 20s.
And of course, the great work you do on Poker News. I mean, you're absolutely outstanding, and
It's not true either.
Well, no,
I'm
yes,
a hot
it
mess
is.
of a woman, but it can be entertaining.
But you do a great job. I mean, you really do.
I was on there all morning.
I appreciate
Watching Sean. Go Sean. Ship leader.
Sean.
That 51 Mega Stack.
Ugh.
Guy from Sacramento over there going deep right now.
If you're gone for one day, it takes 2 days to re-catch up on everything going on. There's like 7 events at one time. It's just bananas.
Yeah, absolutely.
This weekend's been nuts.
Is he wearing his Deej clothes, Sean?
Well, he's a little. He's in there, but I think he's hot right now, so it's off and on. So
it's crazy because usually the Amazon
it's
is
freezing
freezing,
yesterday.
and then today it's like it was
super
freezing,
hot. Yeah.
God, I wish I could go in there.
Yeah, it's actually pretty.
You
nice.
don't understand.
It's chilly
like
out here.
my nipples have been gone.
They're gone.
Me too.
They've been gone. I mean, I needed those nipple guards.
Me too. It's pretty out of control. I'll be honest. Every time I walk down the hallways, I'm doing the.
I have shrunk 2 inches because of being in this damned hallway, freezing my ass off.
Yeah, you need to get a space heater.
That
And
would have been a good
It's
idea.
very counterintuitive because it's so hot outside. I get out of my car, I'm sweating balls, get inside, frozen, and I think it's bad for you. Someone was saying it's very unhealthy to go from super cold to super hot.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people get sick in Vegas, especially when you're walking on the strip. You go from 65 to 110.
Yeah.
And also
I've
people
definitely
drink
have my
a
share
lot
of sickness. Yeah, exactly.
and don't sleep enough.
Well, we've got great new Deej stuff in here, so you can throw in some.
Are you waiting tables now? Help a girl out. Help a girl out. People coming by with trays. Yeah.
I have to go make a reservation for dinner.
Yep.
I'll be back in about 20 minutes.
Okay, I'll be looking for a wine.
It's okay?
Yep, that sounds great. That is the best thing that's happened to me so far today, besides the motorboat that I got earlier.
What?
Yeah, Daniel Anderson and Lauren Billings gave me a sandwich.
Double motorboat.
Yeah, it was amazing, honestly. It was, God, I just love like cool chicks, you know? Down chicks that are just funny and
Lauren
crazy.
was looking fantastic today.
She's such a little hottie, retro, vintage something.
I haven't figured it out, but whatever it is, I like it.
Yeah, me too. And
We
also
need to
that
get her
Danielle.
some Deej stuff.
I just met this Danielle, and she's a mom.
Yeah.
She looks good.
Yeah.
I hope I look that good if I make a baby. It's not easy. A lot of people just lose it after
I
they
know
make
it.
a baby.
It wrecked me.
Yeah. See, of course. That sympathy shit. That's tough.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Good.
That's great.
I want to
Awesome.
have a baby.
Well, Sarah Grant confessions everywhere. I know she's a little off to the side there, but that was fun. Oh man, unbelievable.
I just love the idea of. See how that guy walked by and he was like, "Do you want a Chardonnay?" I was like, "Yes." And I think if you're a housewife, this is your job. You can just like have a Chardonnay whenever you want. Watch
Until the
Real
kids start
Housewives.
running
You
around.
can do that anyway.
Oh yeah.
Trust me.
If you, is that true? I have to drive way too
These
much.
two are great. I love
If you're
this.
a housewife, you don't have to drive, and that's the key. So you can't get arrested for drinking.
is true.
You know, it's fine.
Yeah,
So,
until you're drunk going to the grocery store
putting
with the
it out
kids.
Oh yeah.
You know.
You just have to stay home. You have to order in those groceries. People do that actually.
The conversations we have on this show are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's true.
But we've done it 500 times. Can you believe I've done 500 shows?
That's awesome.
When did that start? 500 is a lot.
Here, slide in here a little bit, Sarah, because you're kind of leaning off there. First show was July, actually, third anniversary is coming up Saturday, July 5th, 2011.
The day after the 4th of July?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you didn't party on the 4th of July. You kept it really serious. What a
did
waste
I-
of a good holiday.
What did I do? I don't even remember.
I don't think I had plans this 4th.
Party.
I know what I'm doing.
America.
I know what
Fly
I'm
back
doing.
to Northern Cal then, so we'll see.
You got to celebrate. Team America.
I know. It's gonna be-
1776. Let's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just
I
saying.
should be probably going to Frank Casella's house.
go. I'll probably be working.
I'm sorry.
But I'll still be celebrating.
Unless I get into this tournament, and then I'm going to win it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be
absolutely.
playing on the 4th of July.
Now, so July 5th, 1 year ago? 2 years ago?
3.
5 years ago?
3.
3.
2011.
That's a lot of work. That's a large body of work.
It is. It is, but wouldn't have it without people like you. Thank
Do
you.
you just do this all day, every day from here?
Twice a day?
For how long?
1 to 3 and 6:30 to 8.
Wow, that's a long time. How do you always think of things to talk about?
Thank God for poker news.
Yeah, it's poker. Seriously.
Wow.
You guys give me the extra supplements I need sometimes. You're like my vitamins for the show.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Just read straight from there. This is what's going on. There's 7 tournaments.
We have so many great, there's so many great people that come out here to the World Series, and You know, you just
That is
grab
true.
and go, and it's always a lot of fun. Get to meet these guys.
D-gens.
And
A bunch of D-gens floating around the Rio.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of them in here right now too.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
My own people.
I know.
Those are my people. People tipping you too now?
Yeah, I got a tip earlier. I did.
Wow.
I should be getting paid for all the
Yeah,
goddamn
get a
questions I
jar.
have.
Bossy. They didn't even put it in your.
I don't
in
even
your
remember.
bra?
I forgot who gave that to me. I don't even remember now.
In your nipple covers.
I'm going right up Sarah's alley here. This is so bad. Yeah. Well, Sarah, real quick before I let you get back, because actually
Yes.
we're soon going to be wrapping this up, maybe.
And I have a job to do.
The one drop. How are things going in there? I know, of course, we had our first bust out very early on here with Mr. Einhorn. Tough break there, but what's happening in there in the one drop? Anything interesting?
There's a lot of really good poker players playing poker
Mhm.
and, talking some trash. I just did a little video series with Doug Polk and Jungle Man.
Yeah,
They were
what was
talking
up
some-
with that? They would sound like they're ready to kill each
There's
other in
some
there.
deep-seated shit, which they even didn't want to get. They were like, we disagree with each other on certain levels, and I don't really want to say in front of the media. I was like, I hear you, bro. We'll get a beer later and talk about it. But Doug seemed slightly less irritated than Daniel, so maybe he got the better end of the deal. Whatever the problem is, I feel like maybe Doug ended up doing a little better, getting that good half of the sandwich,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Trickett's still chip leader?
Nope. Right now it's Tom Hall, who I also interviewed on the first break, and I'd just like to say that I'm good luck. So if you want to do good, you should do an interview with me on the break. And Rick Solomon said no to me, to which I was thinking, are you serious? You got married to Pamela Anderson twice, and you won't even give 2 minutes to this classy bitch right here?
Wow.
What in the hell is going on?
So wrong.
Yeah, it really hurt my feelings, but that's, it's fine. What are you going to do? It happens all the time.
Well, I'll do an interview with you anytime. I really want to. I really want to tell, if you don't mind, I want to tell the story about what it's been like to sit out here in the hallway.
What has it been like?
Well, I'll save it for you.
Okay.
I don't want to give it away here. I mean,
Okay.
I've kind of already talked about it a lot, but I think it would be a fascinating story for you. I think you'd get a kick out of it. You
It
could
would
really
be
get me
really
to flip the
fun
fuck out on the show.
to do like a time lapse just of like one day right here, what happens, and then put it while we have our interview,
There
while
you
we
go.
talk. I'll see if my guy Montes can put that together.
That'd be fun.
He's pretty bossy. Okay, I gotta go to work.
All right.
See you guys
All right,
later.
nice meeting
Thanks
you.
for my bracelets.
Bringing in for the real deal?
Thanks
For
for my
sure.
bracelets. Enjoy your 4th of July.
Thank you, Sarah.
Hope you guys
and
deep
thanks
down
for
it out.
everything. Love you guys. Really do. And Nick, let me make sure, we want to look at you. Look at this guy.
Oh, what's that?
Look at the smile on his face. Now, aren't you
I'm
glad
always
you stopped down
smiling.
here? Yeah, there you go. Hey, Will Givens is here, too. That's all right. Hey, I'll hang on for you, buddy. What's up, buddy? Not much. Well, obviously, we're doing a great show here. But, of course, we want to welcome Deej Poker to the Mark Hoke Show family. As you can see, it's a big and exciting family.
Absolutely.
Here, I'll
I'm
move that
here-
mic
I'm
in
here
there
down
for
in
you, too.
Vegas about once a month, so I will be seeing you a lot more now.
Awesome. Well, that's great. So, once again, website?
Website, www.deejpoker.com. DEEG. Not the backwards one.
Yeah.
And like I said, yeah, we're brand new, so get on there, check it out. Some funny shirts. We want to, basically we're going for, we know there's other companies out there. You got Run Good, 3Bet, those guys, but we're kind of just trying to do something a little bit newer. Obviously, with the Deej word itself, something a little bit different. Yeah, still poker related, but something for the younger generation of us out there, the guys up in California that say it all the time. And check out the website, and I'm sure you'll like some stuff on there. So, like I said, just look for more to come. Just started, unlike a 500 show or or 3 years. This conversation is gonna be totally different in 3 years when we're talking.
That sounds
It's
good
gonna be
to
crazy.
me. Sounds good to me. Well, thank you for coming on board. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it. Thanks for coming
For
on
sure.
the 500 show, and
I know, that's awesome. That's remarkable.
A new beginning on an old day. How about that?
Absolutely, for sure.
Pretty cool. Well, thanks, Nick, for stopping in, and I'll catch you guys after we wrap it up here.
Awesome. Thanks, Mark.
All right, there you go. And I got to get this guy on here because I am dying to interview him. I'll tell you what. Get in here, big man. He took a stinger on a final table earlier this year in the World Series and then said, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm getting gold. That's it. Will Givens, bracelet winner here at the World Series. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, let's talk about that first final table because I can tell you that I know a lot of guys that taking that terrible beat would have crushed them for the rest of the World Series. Take us through that hand and then what that was like for you after it was all over and getting off the tables. I remember seeing the pictures and you looked like, oh, my God.
To be honest with you, I've weathered so many storms and been through it so many times. It not for a bracelet event, but deep in a tournament, you know, where that 3-outer comes, that 2-outer comes. And what makes it even worse is when you know that this is not your hand and to let it go. Even though you might get in the head, it's still not your hand to let it go. I didn't listen to myself. So I was more mad at myself for not just folding the hand. Because before I even put it in, I was like, he's going to call you. You're not going to, like, I just had this, like, I just felt bad about the hand.
Yeah.
And it happened. It went in. I lost. And I was like, well, I can't be upset. I got 85,000. On to the next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was still happy with the run, you know?
Yeah. My good friend Dutch Boy did win the table.
He did.
So,
yeah.
you know, what was that like playing against Dutch? I mean, you know, I
he's
know
a boss.
He's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. You can never put him on a hand. He knows where he's at a lot of the times. He's a dangerous guy, and especially with chips. I respect his game, and I respect him as a person. He's just a real cool guy, no matter what. I can tell you that, you know, leading up to that final table, and I don't know if you know this or not, but when Dutch was checking out some of the players, the one guy that he was really did not want to get heads up against was you. And
I mean, he was just like he did the research and said, "Oh my God, this guy's freaking good." I mean, if we get heads up, it's going to be a war, and you know, and that's really saying something from a veteran player like that, saying that about you.
And I appreciate that, yeah. And he did tell me that, like I've read some things or I've heard some interviews of his, and I can tell that he has the same respect for me that I have for him, and that's cool, you know, because I didn't want to get heads up with him either. And there's a lot, I mean, with that field, and to have him at the final table was just like, wow, how is Dutch here? Like, my second final table, so okay, there's no Dutches. Like, okay, this is the lineup that should be here in a 1K.
Yeah, know? Exactly. So, you know, you storm out there, and, you know, I know when that final table came up, I was looking at it and said, you know what, I got a feeling Givens is going to tear these people apart. And, yeah, it's pretty much what you did.
Yeah, well, the cards fell my way, man. The cards fell my way. I got in some sticky spots, but, I mean, everybody's going to get in sticky spots in a no-limit tournament. You know, you're never just going to be like, oh, I got it in the head every single time. And if that is the case, then you're not playing great because you have to put in the pressure. And when you put in the pressure, sometimes you're wrong. So once I've heard from Sean Deeb a long time ago, like, if you're not getting it in behind, then you're not playing correctly. Like, and that's a quote that sticks with me, you know, and so I did get it in behind, but we won. You know, it feels good when the cards fall your way, you know.
So that last card hits and it finally happens. You get that World Series of Poker bracelet.
Yeah.
And, you know, what's going through your head at that point?
Thank you, Lord. It's finally, you know, like I wasn't even thinking about the money. I was just thinking about what this means in my life. Like, I've worked so hard, didn't know if poker was really what I was going to stick to because it's such a grind, you know. We're grinding just to live. I mean, I love poker. I love it. I could play poker every day, but sometimes you don't get paid the dividends that you put in as far as work.
Right.
You know? And bracelet means everything. So it's like, I just want to continue working hard. That's why when I made that 85K, it's not done. You know, and I'm not even looking at the money. I'm just trying to get to another final table because that's what it's about, you know?
One thing that, you know, I find really interesting, I was, just before the World Series, I was having a lot of conversations with Raymond Davis about the African-American community and why we're not seeing many African-American poker players, you know, out there playing the game. And, you know, we had guys like Paul Darden who went off to the side and so on. And now, you know, here you are, a new fresh face for the African-American community to look up to in poker. You know, did that cross your mind about that at all? Now you've got this bracelet that you can be a role model for young African-Americans wanting to play poker?
You know, I'm glad that you brought that up because it does hit home that we don't have a lot of places that I go when I travel to the tours, or if it's not a predominantly black area, there's not going to be many black faces, and I'm like the only one in a lot of rooms, which I don't mind it. But I would like to see more black people come out. But I don't know. I don't know why. I'll tell you, poker wasn't in my life until I went to college, you know, and at that age I'm 21, you know, or 18, I'm sorry. I was 18, but 18 years I didn't play poker, and a lot of other people, they're raised in, like, they do it for chores as kids. They play with their father for chores, you know, like it's in the household. So I think that's the reason why that a lot of blacks don't play, because we play a lot of other games that were taught to us and that we play as a family, you know, like spades and dominoes. Like, we just don't play poker. And I just want, I mean, it's growing. It's growing.
Yeah.
Lately it's been more and more and more black people, but I would love to be the face for my people and to be a good black player and to be good. I mean, all the way, all around, not just in poker, but just as a person, as an individual. And I would love to be that person. I mean, Phil Ivey is too, you know, so he takes care of that right there. So
we need some new faces. I mean,
yeah.
You know,
I'm here.
You are now. That's for sure.
I'm here. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
What do you think you could do to advance that a little bit? I mean, have you thought about that at all? Or is
I
it
haven't
something?
really. Probably for that to happen, I would have to get more exposure. I mean, I'm open to. I haven't really thought about it. It's something I would have to sit back, but I feel like I would have to I don't know. I have to get more exposure. That's the key. You know, I have to get my face out there for more people to see me. But yeah, I mean, who knows? When there's a will, there's a way. So you have Will right here. So
that was good. See, you keep coming up with lines like that, and you're gold, my friend. That is awesome. Yeah, and you know, I hope it does happen. I mean, I'd really like to see. We'd like to see more African American players get in the game, and you know, because there's some great kids out there that I'm sure would love to have the opportunities that you have, and you know, you can go out and earn it, man. If you work hard enough for it,
yeah,
it doesn't matter what your skin color is, you can get the job done.
It's true, exactly. Skill has no color to it, you know. Hard work has no color to it, you know. Sweat has no color to it. Some people got brown, but dirty sweat. But really, you just work hard, stay dedicated, stay determined, visualize what you want. Don't let no one stop you. If I listened to everybody, I wouldn't be here. I'll be working somewhere. Who knows?
Yeah.
I just didn't stop.
Well, and I'm sure you're not going to be stopping at this World Series either,
man.
I'll tell you what. I mean, because you know, I mean, and a lot of players do this, but you know, especially you're coming off a bracelet victory, your first one, and first thing in your mouth is, hey, you know what? I'm back in here tomorrow at noon, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, my buddies want to go out. I'm just like, do you know the numbers these tournaments are putting up this weekend? Even though I didn't go deep, I lost in the last. Like, we had to play 2 levels last night, and I lost in the first level of the last 2. A flip. Tens versus ace jack, who cares? We got it in pre, but who cares? And then I lost in the 1K. But even though if I went partying, I'm going to spend money. There's no way you're making money partying. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'd rather go party. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good luck. Hey, what are you playing? Oh, okay. Just gonna go watch the $1 Million. Enjoy. Thank you, man. But what is it? Okay, so yeah. I'm all about making money because you're going to be able to spend money every day of the week. You're not going to be able to play a bracelet event every day of the week. I'm not skipping them. Why skipping them if I'm healthy and I'm ready to go?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I'm ready to go, and I just look forward to the event that I'm in. I don't look ahead, and I just take one event at a time. So.
But can you dream a little bit about the main event? It's got to cross your mind a little after winning one.
I had a epiphany. I guess that's what the word. I had a dream before I got out here. I kept having dreams. I was getting goosebumps. 3 final tables in the bracelet is what was coming to me, and it was just crazy. Like, I would think about it and get goosebumps. I still do. And I already knocked down 2 final tables in the bracelet. It's just so it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I still see a final table. Like, another one's coming. I don't know when it's coming. Another one's coming and shit. I'm telling you, it'd be nice to be the final table, but another one's coming. So.
Well, you're playing outstanding poker.
Thank you.
I mean, we've been seeing your name, constantly on the leaderboard here, and I tell you what, I think it would be outstanding for poker to see you at that final table of the main event. I would love it.
I would love it too, man. I mean, that's a blessing. If it happens, I mean, God knows what's happening. I'm in the blueprint. You know, he made a blueprint for me. I'm following it. So whatever happens, but it'd be nice to be the final table. That's some big money up there. $10 million the first. So woo.
That's not bad.
Oh man,
that'll buy you a few cheeseburgers at the All-American Grill, right?
Yeah, if I went $10 million, I will definitely set aside $1 million, and I will sell off some pieces, but I will set aside some money just to play that one draw because, I mean, that right there. It would be like my parlay, you know, like, all right, I'll take like 70% of myself, and I'll still get some money. So I'll set aside like $700K or something. But that one drop, man, one day, that to have 30 million chips,
I
right?
can see the light in your eyes, man. I mean, seriously.
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I'm glad you see it. Like I haven't went out and bought anything. It's not about that. It's about making history. I've been there. You know, I had money, and God has to break you down to build you up. And Pesh. I need to get his number.
Hey, Pesh. I tried.
I'll see him.
That the sound goes in there to die. We know that.
But yeah, it's so many people here. So when you see somebody, it's like I'm sorry for like
it's
yelling
okay,
that out.
dude. I do it all the time.
Yeah. It's like I'm on air and I'm just yelling the name, but you don't see everybody every day because there's so many people. So, but yeah, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. And it's gave me more motivation and lit more fire to my fire as I got deep and deeper. And because when I got out here, I played the 5K 6 max, and I got 19th, and it was just so close but so far. But it was just like I was with sharks, and it made me a bigger shark because I was eating sharks. Yeah. And you know what I mean? Like it was just like, all right, let's go. And that's how let's go.
There you go. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's exciting to see a great fresh new face on here. And I'll tell you got a hell of an attitude. I'm glad we got a chance to sit down and talk because, you know what, I think people are going to be watching you play poker for a long time.
I appreciate that, Mark. Really, I do. I appreciate that. And it was a pleasure having me, and thank you for having me. And I always walk by the stand, and I was like, I'll be able to sit there someday, like literally, and it's just good to be here because I always walk by and see you have somebody here. So I'm glad I was able to come and be on air. What channel is this?
Well, right now it's on markhokeshow.com.
Oh, okay.
And we're on here in Las Vegas too. Where you live around here? Or?
No, I live in Colorado.
Colorado, that's right. You're in Colorado.
Yeah, and I go back and forth, Toronto, Colorado. Like I'll go spend a couple months there, and then my girl's like, "All right, you need to come home." So it's time for me. It's like, "All right, babe, I'm more away." So I have such a good woman, man. That's what you need, man.
You do.
That's the most like priceless possession you can have is a good woman's heart. Like, and that's what I like. I have a good woman, and she's coming out here, so you'll meet her.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, she's stuck behind me. So
yeah, I got a wife who's stuck with me through 500 of these shows.
Wow. Yeah.
You know,
so you got a good woman.
So I got a pretty good
woman. Yeah.
You betcha. You betcha.
Oh, congratulations on your 500 show too. Like that's amazing, bro. Like this your passion to go with it and to climb and watch how you're progressing and something that you love to do is just like not a lot of people get that because they're too scared to fail, and to do that. That's good, man. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm happy I got you on the 500 show, man. That's awesome.
It's special because the 1000 show, I'll be here again. Maybe earlier than that, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we'll definitely stay in touch.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, you get in Vegas, we'll get you on my show on KLAV or the 920. Yeah. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that will be fun. We'll stay in contact.
Fantastic.
Twitter or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what reminded me. I ran into some friends. I had dinner. Then I ran into some other long friends I haven't seen in so long. We ended up talking, and then David Tuckman was talking to me on Twitter, and he has his mic, on his Twitter picture.
Yeah.
So I was like, and it just hit me. I was like, oh, I have to get down there because like I would have been here a lot earlier. We could have had a long time. I didn't. You said till 8 p.m. though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm so happy that happened. Like everything happens for a reason. So because I was just talking and enjoying my friend's company, and time just flew by, and so happy that David hit me and I saw that. But yeah.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
it's great. We just run the gamut on this show from old friends to new. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about. Right?
It is, man. It's all about just having good people in your life, you know. And just getting new friends that actually mean something, you know. I don't really want to deal with people that aren't worth much, you know.
Yep.
Those people you really don't want to deal with. But yeah, you're a good person, man.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, thanks again for having me.
Sure. And stop by and I'll get you a T-shirt then.
Oh,
I got to get you one of these cool Mark Hoke Show T-shirts.
Yeah,
they're very cozy.
Are they?
Yeah.
What are they?
Here, yeah. Look at these.
Oh,
check
yeah.
that material out. That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
good
gonna have to
stuff.
rep. I'm gonna rep a Mark shirt. When I'm a deep in the tournament, I'm gonna rep one. Yeah, I'll come by and be like, "Yo, we're going on day 3, final table, Mark shirt."
There you go. You'll be cozy, that's for sure.
Sounds good, man.
Awesome, Will. Well, thank you for coming down. I appreciate it, my
All right,
friend.
buddy.
A pleasure to
Thanks,
have you
man.
on the show, and good luck to you the rest
Thanks,
of the World
man.
Series.
Take care.
You got it. Will Givens. Yeah, I think we got a new superstar in our hands right there, guys. That's what we do on here. We get the new superstars, too, because they deserve the spotlight. Wow. So there you go. Running the gamut here on the and I apologize. Yeah, Flipper Fair with a cute little comment in the chat box. We'll let that go. But once again, want to thank everybody for being a part of this show. And, I have to find it ironic that the internet connection cut it looks like something cut a couple times here. So we'll be in like 3 parts or something like that for this 500 show. But I got to get in the middle here. Because anybody that watches this show and has listened to it over the years, the last few years, knows that it's never been about me. It's the guests and the people that come on the show are what to me really makes it special, and the opportunity to be a part of the poker community, whether it's our listeners, whether it's the great people that have been on it, and we've had all sorts of people. We've gone from the Phil Ivies and the Daniel Negreanu's, all the way down to the guys that are running local events, and guys like Brian Perry, who unfortunately just passed away, and had a great story with him last year. Just so many wonderful, amazing people are a part of this community. And to have them, have all of you let me, a guy who's got one final table in 2007, be a part of your lives. No matter whether you listen once a day, once a month, once a year, it really doesn't matter. I'd love to have everybody listen every day, obviously, but but to have you guys let me into your lives 500 times is just something that I don't know. It's going to be hard to forget. I do appreciate it, and so thank you to all the great poker players and people that have come on the show. To the casinos that have hosted this show and let me be a part of their events. To the sponsors and everyone else, and and I do have to give a big thank you to my wife and my daughter. They get a lot of time away from me because of doing the show, and they're very special to me too, and certainly do appreciate all that they've sacrificed to let me come in here 500 times. So before I get too choked up, I guess just once again, would appreciate if you follow the show on Twitter, at Mark Hoke Show, on Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show. And, of course, we're on KLAV 1230 a.m. and soon to be on KBAD 920 here in Las Vegas as well. And, of course, we're here daily here at the World Series. So thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed our 500th show. It has been quite a ride, and I know Jamie Gold said 500 more on the old Twitter, and we'll see how that goes. I'd love to do it. So on behalf of everybody that's working with, of course, Joe Payne, Nate Dowland, who've been co-hosting recently, and everybody out there, thank you so much for the time. And we'll see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock here Pacific time on the Mark Hoke Show. Thank you for joining us, everybody. God bless, and have a great night.